I'm not even gonna do the introduction. I'm just gonna show you because it speaks for itself. Tell me that doesn't look like the most bizarre thing you've ever seen. And what this is a Polaris RZR that we took all the suspension out. Usually it's about a 33-inch height, and we dropped it down to 0 because we are gonna take this thing and try to turn it into a Drift RZR. My goal is I wanna be able to try to get this thing to hold a big, wide open drift. It's gonna be a lot harder than I'm probably thinking because there's a lot of variables against me. For example, I have one that's a belt-driven motor versus a chain-driven motor. That makes things difficult. 2, you got the height, which is why we're taking out the suspension. 3, these things have a 1,000cc motor, which still brings a lot of power, especially with the turbocharger, but with drift, you need a lot. Usually when people are trying to perform drifts like this, they got 800 horsepower or 400 horsepower, so plenty to hold them around this corner. For me, I've got about 200 horsepower. So this could work though, because yet again though, my frame and my overall weight is about half the weight of theirs. Ideally, I should go in there just like that. So that's gonna replace our suspension. The back's definitely a little lower, so I'm gonna fix that, but I'm actually really excited about this. I think it's perfect. Oh my goodness, look at that. And when we get the street tires on here, that will lower it even more. So, and hopefully tuck it a little bit more inside these fenders, but good morning, it's another day here in the garage, and we are still attempting to lower this RZR, and it is going fantastic. Except for the only issue is that I realize these rods don't quite work like I thought they would. The issue we had is that between the trailing arm and where it mounts to the frame, it actually has a little bit of a twist to it. So you can't just fix it to a stationary joint like this. You need a ball joint, and I don't really have a way to rig that into this. So I realized that it is actually the same length as an old radius rods, and since there's plenty of RZRs that I've built in the past, I have a stockpile of these old radius rods. And so I'm taking one of these guys, and they have these ball joints in them, and we're gonna see if these fit. I got the suspension done. Now it's gonna look a little awkward. I'm gonna show you here, but it's a little awkward because it's still got the dirt tires. I got 17-inch rims coming with some low profile tires, and those will make it look complete. But for now, check this out. Woo! And these rods actually ended up working out. So they have the ball joints in there to make it work with the 2 angles, and then my welds, I cut about 2 inches out of the radius rod. So I'm actually really stoked. I'm surprised this worked because it looks freaking awesome. And when it has the 17-inch wheels on it, it's gonna look 10 times better. And hopefully we can get ourselves a handbrake for this, and maybe then I'll actually think about going into the motor and putting a bigger turbo on it. So this is what she's looking like. Take a look. Drift, stock, dirt, road. So it's a little bit of a different kind of look, about 4 inches off the ground, than those tires. And the thing that's actually really cool and exciting about these guys is these wheels are the exact wheels that Travis used in the Jim Con episodes. These guys, I was very eager to get our hands on us, and Method is a big supporter of everything we do, and so I just wanted to show you guys how beautiful those look. So the way we're getting these mounted is those are a 17-inch rim, and we're using this adapter, which takes it from a 4-lug to 5-lug, which takes that wheel and allows that wheel to get put on. So we're gonna finish this up right now. This is what we're trying to go for. We grinded every single one of these points down. And now, this plate that didn't fit is able to snug up nice and flat. So this beast right here was just a normal stock RZR. Then it got turned into a RZR with some parts on it and looked cool. And then we turned it into a Snowcat, and now it's a Drift RZR. So I'm not gonna lie, I think this is one of my greater creations in life, other than my kid. I love my kid, you're amazing. But this thing, I don't know if it's gonna break. It worked on the knobbies, but with actual tires on them, I don't know if we're gonna be able to break 2, let alone all 4. So we're gonna see what it does. Alright, so we officially know that this machine will drift on the drift paddock. Now, the challenge is we're out here on the west track at UMC, and we're gonna see if this thing can make it around this big corner right here.